Okay, starting from the topic that is designing an IoT-based disinfectant gate for reducing the reproductive coefficient of novel coronavirus COVID-19 in Malaysia. My name is Gulam Mustafa Abro, and the other names that you are looking on the slide is actually my co-authors, co-workers, and some of them are my mentors as well for this project. So, without wasting further delay, I just move further. This is a little bit introduction about me. I'm pursuing my PhD in Department of Electrical and Electronic Engineering in University Technology Petronas. I have done my Masters in Industrial Automation by research work in Sir Syed University of Engineering and Technology, Karachi, Pakistan. In my bachelor's, I was gold medalist for getting top score. My research areas nowadays are aerial vehicle, computer vision, control system design, multi-agent systems, and robotics. And apart from that, I have been contributing to write up some grants to resolve the social problems of our society. And this topic that you are witnessing right now is also one of them. My contents for today's presentation will be like this. I start with the introduction, followed by the research motivation, like what thing motivated me, because I'm a person who's modeling the things, but they are actually in robotics. But then why I model the COVID thing. So I'll be discussing those things with along with methodology, results, and of course, I have to acknowledge some of the people as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, the COVID-19 is a menace, is kind of a curse for all a human being, whether they are in any part of the world. And we witnessed that many of the people got affected. So, I come up with the topic in 2020. When I was in lockdown, I thought that as a researcher, I should contribute in this thing. And then I noticed that people are using IoT based gates for just scanning. So I thought, why not we just inbuild or embed, I think, the disinfectant spray in it, so that this particular research work or prototype actually is an innovative embedded system design that will not only capture the picture of an infant, but it will measure the temperature. So why temperature? Because COVID-19, the reproductive number is actually we calculate from four different equations, which involves the suspectable people, the recovered people, infected, and the exposed people. So these four people actually are the dependent variables that actually help us to compute the COVID-19 reproductive number. So with that, we make sure that we note the temperature of the people. So the two people, the temperature we note is exposed and suspectable. Other two people recovered and infected will be coming from the local clinic or local hospital, and then we calculate the reproductive number and we can predict that what would be the situation in upcoming weeks. And then we have the ultraviolet radiation that will make sure that once after some time, everything in within the disinfectant gate it must be cleared. So in this particular thing, we come up with the idea, and the originality of this work was the hardware design itself having like entirely equipped with IoT, and it was computing or predicting the upcoming situation for COVID-19. So these are some states up till 21st April. Then I couldn't, measure or got a chance to go through the states or the things. But yeah, everyone knows how bad it was for in the era of COVID-19. But yeah, these are some states. And then, of course, my focus was on Malaysia. So Malaysia never skipped from this particularly curse, and they also got many cases over here as well. The main research motivation that enables me to do this thing is that I was modeling some of the robotic systems like under actuator systems. Then I got a pause from my PhD due to lockdown, and I think, okay, why not as a researcher I should contribute in it. So that's why I come up with the topic that why not we have a disinfectant gates that we deploy in every part of the, where there is a crowd, like schools, shopping malls, clinics, hospitals. So I come up with the thought that why only IoT gate measures the facial recognition or facial features. Why not it measure the temperature, and then in the back of the hand we just play with the calculation and predict or calculate the reproductive number, and then come up with the thought that we ensure what would be the situation in upcoming. So in this particular project, we are actually trying to facilitate the government to strict the lockdown, or to ease in lockdown, and that was very much necessary at that particular time frame. So this thing I always promote. Why? Because there are future things that we have to do for this kind of a project, and that's why I got this opportunity that I should share this particular knowledge sharing session with you people on this particular event. After this, I also went through the literature review. I never went directly to the IoT gate, but yeah, before this, I just went through different, what we say, way outs. But then the feasible way out was to embed the IoT feature and data prediction and visualization feature in the gate. So during the literature review, I got all the modeling approaches that we were using. So the most modeling approach that you can see is number 8 and 9, that is used a lot. It is also used in several places, and some people also put a regression model in it, and then some people also took another variable, that is the dead people. So you can see on 11, they took suspectable, exposed, eye infected, or recovered, and then dead people also to model this thing. This was the first flow chart. If you can see, this is the flow chart. We started with the literature review, then designing the smart gate on SolidWorks, then deploying the IPU unit, which is the image processing unit, then the temperature unit, which is like the contactless temperature, of course. And then we have a sprinkle system for sanitizers, then data accusation, entire thing. You can see this entire thing in the block diagram over here. Now, the thing that I was talking about is this reproductive number. This reproductive number that we cannot drive it directly. It is actually using some variables which are involved in suspectable rate and exposed rate, infected and recovered. Some people also use the that thing, but then I just come up with these four variables. So the list of components are in front of you. We have used Wi-Fi shield, the contactless temperature sensor, the main controller that was doing all the things was Raspberry Pi. We have a 24-volt DC motor that actually sucks the liquid that we have made it for the disinfectants, and then for of course the laptop and MATLAB for data visualization and prediction. This particular figure 7 is actually maintaining the pressure of the sprinkles in a gate. So one thing I forgot, this particular gate, the prototype we deployed in University Technology Petronas. And of course, once we are deploying IoT, then the entire data that we are visualizing is in front of us on an IP that has been provided to us by University Technology Petronas. So if the person is identifiable, it will come like this. If it is not, then it will come like this. And then you can just, put that person aside and ask him about his travel history, his COVID vaccination, and everything. So yeah, this work somehow gives me a sense of honor or proud that as a researcher I contributed in a area where it was an immense need. And apart from that, I want to acknowledge that the facilities that have been provided by University Technology Petronas was really appreciable. Apart from that, this entire project is actually never happened never happened until we got the grant. That grant is IEEE Humanitarian Activities Grant that came in 2020, and it gives me more pleasure and honor that in that particular time frame, only four projects were approved, and we were among them. And we got, after the completion, we got this beautiful certificate as well. It was not limited to the number or certificate, but then the IEEE provided me platform to demonstrate my project, my research findings on several podiums. And if you can see that in 2020 it was a hybrid event in Putrajaya Marriott Hotel, where I presented the same topic, interacted with number of research scholars from different universities. And this was the entire journey about my project grant that I got, and I did a work that apart from my PhD. And it is always an honor for me to share such research findings. I have some future work related to it, so maybe if someone is willing to contribute in this area, we can collaborate, and we can do more in this field as well. Until then, these are my email address and my personal web page. Apart from that, I'm also good in modeling and control stability design for underactuated unmanned systems, whether ground, aerial. So if someone is willing to pursue or want to collab, you can visit my web page and email to me. Until then, it's Gulam Mustafa Abdo. I'm signing off, and I'm unfortunate that I couldn't join you people, but it's life. I couldn't join because of my Viva I scheduled already. So do keep me in your prayers, and I really miss being there. Thank you so much once again.